It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. I'm hearing that DAYLYT has responded to Joey Badass as well. Now, before we dive in, I just want you to know that we got to lock in. There's going to be a lot of pauses. I'll let it play a little bit, then I'm going to go back and break some shit down because this man might be one of the most complex, intricate writers I've ever heard, which means I'm also going to miss some shit. So fill me in the comments on anything that I do miss. I feel honored that I've watched this man since years and years ago in battle rap. And at the time, like, he was good, but he wasn't what he ended up evolving into. And it's crazy to have seen the evolution to what he could do writing-wise now. So let's dive in. I gotta prepare my brain for this because there's so much that's probably gonna get thrown at me. And let's see what this man is up to.
Hey, what's happening, fool? What's shaking my G?
It's an interesting beat choice. I like it though.
Yeah, mama said be nice to him. My demeanor going right through him. Credit line to the max, we overstacking dough. Steez on my arm, we came for capital. I stumble on crowns, I wake up towns. You know my name, boy, I break up clouds. I clear smoke globally.
Bro, DAYLYT is so nice. It's crazy. Okay, hold up. There's already a whole bunch of shit. First of all, I like the clips of him showing shit when he was in NY. It's kind of like a respect and an ode to NY as much as it is a diss track to Joey Badass. Now, I haven't heard a Joey shot yet, but I'm going to trust that everybody telling me that is obviously accurate. So it's almost like this is a different type of diss track. Like, he's not just here to shit on NY and the rappers there and Joey Badass. He's kind of showing like I'm connected as well. And I kind of rock with that. So let's go back to what he says in the very beginning. We got Button.
Yeah, mama said be nice to him. My demeanor going right through him. Credit line to the max, we overstacking dough. Steez on my arm, we came for capital.
So that shit right there was fire because that's an ode to Capital Steez, and I feel like there was more to it. For a second, I thought that this, so it's Max Buzzarunga. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna be real with you. I thought Max B at first, but then I had to go back to see if that was actually him in the picture. It's not. So I could be wrong. It might not be about Max B. I don't know who this dude is, but it felt like that was also a play. And there might even be more because he says did he say we stacking bundles? Because then you got stack bundles.
We overstacking dough.
Okay, so we overstacking dough. It still might be an ode to stack bundles.
Going right through him. Credit line to the max, we overstacking dough. Steez on my arm, we came for capital. I stumble on crowns, I wake up towns. You know my name, boy, I break up clouds.
And that shit is what I like the most. You know my name, boy, I break up clouds. Hold up, did he say I clear smoke globally?
I stumble on crowns, I wake up towns. You know my name, boy, I break up clouds. I clear smoke globally.
I clear smoke globally. So obviously his name is DAYLYT, right? So when DAYLYT comes out, it's usually because the clouds have moved aside, which means I clear out the smoke. But it's like, it's such a double meaning because it's his name and it's like just actual shit that happens in the sky, right? But also I clear up smoke globally. Like when I step into the picture, like I'm gonna clear this shit out. Like it's not going to continue to go on beyond this. And I like that. I think that that's extremely dope. I also like this shot here. For anyone that does not know, Math Hoffa has a podcast, which I assume is still going. I haven't watched it in quite a while, but I used to watch it all the time because I feel like some of the conversations on there were on point. Like it's just such dope shit that happens on that podcast. So shout out to Math Hoffa, another dude from Brooklyn, and this is DAYLYT in Brooklyn having those conversations.
Break up towns, you know my name, boy, I break up clouds. I clear smoke globally. I'm from the era where the scary niggas sit back with this rap, so who controlling me? My clock's at the Western time.
Now, I don't know if that is an ode to, I wouldn't say an ode, but just like Kendrick with the whole control, who controlling me type of shit, possibly. Now, obviously, I don't think he's disrespecting Kendrick in any way, but that might be a play on that.
Sit back with this rap, so who controlling me? My clock's at the Western time, but I'm in Brooklyn with the best of the dimes. Like Shorty, I'm one of the best in your city. I made a lot of niggas rest in this city. I left my mind there. They should put a statue of me in Times Square. Yeah, from the side.
Yo, I like that. Now, again, for anyone that does not know, this man came from battle rap. So he has been in New York. He has battled. That's why he's saying, like, I basically took a lot of dudes out there.
In your city, I made a lot of niggas rest in this city. I left my mind there.
Now, I'm curious if when he says I left my mind there, because you always got to think double, triple, quadruple entendres with this man. And when he says I left my mind there, obviously he points to his actual mind. Like, I got love for it and shit like that. Like, I like New York City, but also it wonders if he's like, yo, I left my mind there. You know, like a mind, like you step on it, shit ain't gonna go so well. Cause like I'm connected here too.
They should put a statue of me in Times Square. Yeah. From the side where we ride, know the winners in our pride. Finger twisted, lift it high, go. And I did it for they side too. Wake up in the morning, I say HIYU.
I feel like the sample is also a low-key shot or something. I don't know exactly what it's saying. It sounds like it's saying carry on, but knowing DAYLYT, there's a purpose for that being there.
Okay, chopped cheese, fresh butters, LA Hatton, Soho with my brother Soul.
Let's
Told
go.
me it's another road. You gotta go east to tackle the beast. I went east to actually feast and came back with 800K in them black bags for lease.
And I want to say that must be alluding to when he was on the Slaughterhouse shit. I assume that took place in the city. I actually don't know where it took place, but there was a whole competition with a bunch of different artists and stuff like that, and Slaughterhouse was the judges. So you got Joel Ortiz, you got Royce da 5'9". I don't know if M was there like presently, but obviously M might have been a part of it in the background. You had Joe Budden, you know what I'm saying? Like you had Crooked Eye, all those dudes coming together and shit like that. And I want to say DAYLYT was a part of it. And I'm assuming he won it. I don't remember the outcome, to be honest with you, but I do remember watching some of it.
To actually feast and came back with 800K in them black bags for lease. They said he couldn't do it cause it's battle rep. Okay, I bought my first mansion with a battle check.
Facts.
Okay, 2 commas around, I let my talent show. Okay, I told you niggas I am not the average. Okay, to my niggas out in Harlem, thanks for all that you done. To them niggas over the bridge, we tell them don't be dumb. To the uptown, to the...
Hold on, let's go back real quick. So obviously he blanked out the word Joe. I don't necessarily know why, but...
He couldn't do it cause it's battle rep. Okay, I bought my first mansion with a battle check. Okay, 2 commas around, I let my talent show. Okay, I told you niggas I am not the average.
Now, that could be a few different shots, right? Like Joey Badass, I'm not your average Joe. But also Joe Budden had a song called Not Your Average Joe. So I don't know if there's a play on that somewhere. This is dope because this is a clip of him in the studio with J. Cole, which I assume was when they were making the song that they put together. And based on J. Cole's face, they probably playing back a DAYLYT verse. And he's like, yo, this nigga nice. That's crazy.
Okay, to my niggas out in Harlem, thanks for all that you done.
And I also like how he shows him dapping up T-Rex, another battle rapper from Harlem.
I am not the average. Okay, to my niggas out in Harlem, thanks for all that you done. To them niggas over the bridge, we tell them don't be dumb.
And now over the bridge from Harlem, I assume he's now referring again to Joey Badass in Brooklyn, saying don't be dumb. But also, A$AP Rocky has an album. I think it's A$AP Rocky. I might be wrong about that. Somebody let me know. I think it's A$AP Rocky though, because I want to say he's from Harlem and he has an album called Don't Be Dumb. So I feel like it's just one big play. Like tell them over there, don't be dumb. But he just shouted out his boys in Harlem, and that must include A$AP Rocky, and he's utilizing his album title to talk to Joey Badass. Like, bro, this man has so many layers to his shit, and I may not even be catching them properly if I'm being completely honest with you.
Thanks for all that you done. To them niggas over the bridge, we tell them don't be dumb. To the uptown, to the downtown, to the midtown.
Hold up. He also showed a clip of, was it Dumbo on the ground?
The bridge, we tell them don't be dumb.
Dumbo. I like that. Like, it's just, it's layer after layer after layer.
To the uptown, to the downtown, to the midtown. I love y'all. The West up, but I never dub y'all. For real.
I like that too. The West up, but I will never dub y'all. Basically saying like, yo, the West up, I'm always going to rock with the West, but I would never dub y'all, meaning New York. And I respect that. I like that. Like, I'm from New York. Now, I'm not from the city. I get it. People are like, well, don't say you from New York. But I am from New York. I've been to the city a ton of times. I love the city, but I also have such a love for the West Coast. Like, the West Coast to me in New York are like the hubs of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I've always had love for both. I've never felt like there needs to be a competition, but I get that some people like to bring it to that place. But I also think that that is a play on the fact that like some people say, yo, the W, right? Like the W, like how you, depending on how you pronounce it, but they throw up the W's in the West. So when he says, I'll never dub y'all, it's kind of a play on that as well.
Midtown, I love y'all. The West up, but I never dub y'all. For real. From the side where we ride, know the winners in our pride. Finger twisted, lift it high, go. And I did it for they side too. Wake up in the morning, I say HIYU. Okay, you boys had years to show you the best clear. Now it's people in your class that they consider your peers. It must be the bridge that's making these niggas showboat.
Hold up. So he flashed pictures. I gotta see what these pictures are, but I'm pretty sure I know what he's talking about.
Okay, you boys had years to show you the best clear.
So June 2012, that was when Joey Badass, I think, came out musically. I don't know if it was. I'm pretty sure though that had to be it, right? I want to say that his debut album, it was in 2012, and I think it was around June. The only reason why I remember this is because I had a friend who was like huge on Joey Badass when he first dropped, and I want to say it was around my birthday, which is in June, that he had brought him to my attention and shit, and we were bumping him like crazy, and we took some of the beats and remixed them and all that kind of shit. So that's why I think that I remember that, and I feel like the pictures I saw Kendrick and maybe Drake, and they had kind of came out around the same time. I didn't follow a lot of Kendrick's career early on, I'm not gonna lie. I knew of Drake in 2008 when I heard him on mixtapes, but I don't think that he had really started to pop off maybe until after 2010. So that would be kind of accurate, that they'd kind of be considered the same class. And it would seem like he's saying basically like, you had all these years to get to that level, like these dudes surpassed you basically.
Say HIYU. Okay, you boys had years to show you the best clear. Now it's people in your class that they consider your peers.
Hold up. Oh, damn it. I want to get these steps. So there's Kendrick. J. Cole. Okay, J. Cole. And I feel like Drake had to be the other one. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it perfectly to stop on it. Like he flashed through them so quickly. Unless there's not a Drake one. Maybe there's not. But definitely J. Cole and Kendrick. There we go. And there's a Drake. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I think I saw that, but I wasn't positive.
It must be the bridge that's making these niggas showboat. First week sales mean nothing to the flow go. 5 years later, 2 diamonds off pure rhyming. Never made a drill track, I never went with the climate.
Shout out to DAYLYT. I ain't know that he did he said he went platinum. I didn't even know that. And I kind of like to play on the like, I never did drill. I ain't concerned with the climate or something like that. But so that might also have a double meaning, right? Like it means drill rap. Like I never switched over and did the shit when that became popular, right? Although I'm sure he could have, because he's like, I'm not concerned with the climate of hip hop and what people are looking for. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I still did well with that. And I respect that. But I also feel like it's kind of a play on like, is it fracking or just drilling or something? Like I'm pretty sure that has an effect on the actual climate. So it's just interesting that you could play that both ways.
2 diamonds off pure rhyming. Never made a drill track, I never went with the climate. Never follow any trends cause I understood the assignment. Album selling for 5K a piece, 10K if I sign it. They said like could be the best if he had the numbers. Well guess what nigga, I got the numbers. It's time for your block to slumber. They wanna call now, I block the number. You blizzard niggas, we'll squash the tundra. Hunger.
Yo, listen, he calling us in New York those blizzard niggas. He said, y'all blizzard niggas, we can squash the tundra. Because in Cali, and as it shows in the picture, there ain't no snowing and all that kind of shit. It's just daylight, nice weather for the most part. I mean, I'm sure they deal with some shit themselves. They got earthquakes and stuff, which I am happy we do not have. And shout out to everybody right now in LA dealing with the fires. I hope everybody is safe. I hope everybody doesn't lose all of their shit. That is probably one of the worst things that I've seen happen over there. And I don't think it's ever happened like this before, from my understanding. So again, hopefully everybody is safe. But it sounds like he's calling New York dudes like, yo, listen, y'all blizzard niggas, like, we will squash the tundra. Like, stop playing with me. Like, that's, I rock with that. I like that.
Now I block the number. You blizzard niggas, we'll squash the tundra. Hunger. I'm from the city where the sun shine clearly, and I mean that. I hope you niggas hear me. If you don't, then it's a dearly departed off of some shit that y'all started. Yeah, we cool, but the feeling's still eerie. Be humble.
Then he said, be humble. And there's the little dance. Okay, so that's an ode to Kendrick right there. But when he says the eerie line, I feel like that's got a few different things to it as well.
And I hope you niggas hear me. If you don't, then it's a dearly departed off of some shit that y'all started. Yeah, we cool, but the feeling's still eerie.
So he's like, I hope y'all hear me. If not, it's a dearly departed off of shit that y'all started. You know what I'm saying? We cool, but the feeling's still eerie. Right? And eerie could mean like it's shaky, it's a little scary, it's creepy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not good, basically. It's not a good feeling. But also, when he says the feeling's still eerie, the first thing I think is like the Erie Canal and Erie Lake, I believe. And I'm not great at geography, even though I'm from New York. But I want to say that that's up closer to like Rochester or Buffalo or some shit. Like it's up there a little bit. And that could be alluding to like Benny the Butcher, stuff like that, because New York hasn't had somebody that's really come forward and made a big name for themselves, like say like a Nas or a Jay-Z back in the day. And you know what I'm saying? Like you could even say Joey Badass to an extent when he first dropped. And like there's been some people, but nobody to me that's really like grasped the audience in the way that some people did back in the day until like Benny the Butcher and stuff. Now, I wouldn't say that they did the same shit that Nas and Jay-Z did as far as on the same level, but for someone to come out of Buffalo and make noise like that and come back with that raw boom bap sound and be able to make it big when that was not the sound in hip hop at the time is a big deal. So I've always had mad respect for them, and I feel like that's kind of what he's saying maybe at the same time. Like we cool, but the feeling is eerie. Obviously, the original meaning that I gave you, but then you could also say that the feeling, you know, like almost like the feeling of New York is still eerie. Like it's still those dudes. You know what I'm saying? So y'all in the city, y'all ain't really doing much.
Parted off with some shit that y'all started. Yeah, we cool, but the feeling's still eerie. Be humble.
And then tells them be humble. At the end, there might be some more shit. Oh, hold up. We got more shit in here? There might be some more shit coming. I'm sure I missed some things. I may have even went too far with some of the shit and like overdid it. You know what I'm saying? Like gave shit meaning that didn't necessarily have meaning. But that's what I thought as I went through it. Let me know what I missed because I know for a fact there's some shit that I didn't catch. There's always shit that I don't catch when it comes to DAYLYT. But I think I did a pretty good job. I don't normally do these like bar for bar breakdowns like this. It's not normally my thing. I kind of just like vibe with it. I will talk about certain bars that stand out to me. But when it comes to diss tracks or especially a DAYLYT reaction, I feel like you've got to talk about it. You've got to stop and talk about the majority of the shit because a lot of it is just, it's so intricate that it is not going to be caught by everybody, which is also why I said I most likely didn't catch everything. So y'all got to fill me in down below. This is a long ass reaction. I just realized it'll be 17 minutes in, but I think I did a pretty good job. I love diss tracks. That's also why I'm willing to sit here and try to break down bar for bar when it comes to these. When it comes to regular songs, I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't gonna do this shit. I'm just gonna talk about the ones that stand out to me, and I'm gonna talk about shit that makes me think about life and give you guys a story or whatever it is that I think of when I hear that bar. So let me know what y'all thought. I appreciate you guys. I will catch you in the next one, homies.